Hey everybody, today we're going to be covering how much does it cost to live on a ranch. So if that's what you're here for, if that's what you're into, we're going to be getting after it right now. Hey, I am Kerry Fletcher of MIMS Group, particularly the Land and Ranch Division. And if this channel is dedicated to anything and everything about Texas land and ranch living, if that's what you're into, if that's what you're trying to investigate, we'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, that way you're notified. And look, if you like it, hit that little like button, or if you don't like it, comment. Tell us about what you want to hear, what you're itching for, why this video worked, why it didn't. Let us know. And when you and your family are ready to find that great piece of heaven here on earth, that great piece of heaven here in Texas, give us a call, send us a text message, send us an email. Heck, we don't care. Even if you send us a note via Pony Express, any which way you want to reach out to us, we've got your back when buying land and ranch properties here in the great state of Texas. So let's get after it. Had to do a lot of research on this, and as everybody knows, and this is going to vary wildly from depending upon where you look, or what some of your assumptions are. So this is not to be designed to say this is exactly what it's going to cost, this is the budget. This is more along the lines of, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't realize there were going to be that much cost. Oh, I didn't think of that ahead of time. And then that way you've got sort of a framework, a sort of an understanding of a budget depending upon, and we can vary it depending upon what part of the state, what some of the assumptions are. We can go through and do a whole different business plan. But let's get to it. The number one and the biggest, most expensive part of living on a ranch is going to be the land, right? We all know this. So let's just assume that we're gonna want to have a ranch that can support about 100 cows. Now, depending upon 100 cow-calf combinations. Now, depending upon the state of where you are in the state, will judge on how much land you're going to need. But let's just sort of look at that Central Texas, East Central Texas, and for this example I kind of looked at Milam County, home of 44 farms, famous famous cattle farm, Black Angus cattle farm there in Cameron. So we took some numbers from Milam County. So first of all, you're going to need approximately 2 to 3 acres per cow-calf combination. So let's go with 3. So let's just say, for nice, easy, round numbers, you're going to need 300 acres. Now, right now, based off of the appraisal board and what I've been hearing, land ranches that are about 300 acres are going to cost you about $8,000 an acre. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but let's just use $8,000 for a nice round number. So for those of you at home with a quick handy calculator, that's talking about an upfront cost, an upfront investment of $2.4 million before we've bought anything else. So $2.4 million for the land. Now let's talk about the animals. Based off of fall 2020 Central Texas exchange, you're looking at cow-calf combinations of about $1,750. That includes a cow that has a calf with it, right? And so you're looking at running that 100 cow-calf operation, you're talking about another $175,000. So that brings our total up to about $2.575 million upfront cost. Well, we've got the cows, we've got the land. There's still a whole bunch of upfront costs that we're going to need to cover. So let's get into some of the fixed asset purchases that you're going to need to support that 300 acre, 100 head a cow operation. You're going to need a pickup truck, okay, if you don't already have one. And used pickup trucks within that 2 to 3 year range, and that F-250 model, you're looking at anywhere from $45,000 to $65,000. You're going to need a used tractor, something to cut the grass, something to help work on the fences with, something to mow things down. So a used tractor is going to run you anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000. You're going to need a stock trailer, and that stock trailer to pick up the cows, take them to market, take them to the vet. So you're going to need a big stock trailer to go with it. You're going to need an equipment trailer to haul the ATV, the tractor, the everything else. Oh, and speaking of ATVs, you're going to need an ATV. So you've got a used tractor. This is used, not new, anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000. A stock trailer, $5,000 to $10,000. Then another $5,000 to $10,000 for an equipment trailer. ATV, something that you can use in and around on the ranch, is going to cost you about $5,000 to $10,000. You're going to need squeeze chutes. They're going to cost you around $2,000 to $5,000. Corrals, which are going to cost you about $20,000 to $30,000. And then you're going to need an equipment building. About a 40 by 40 steel building is going to cost you about $30,000 to $40,000. Now you add up all that equipment cost, you're looking at another $175,000. So that's, you're looking at, before you've bought one bit of feed, one bit of hay, one bit of fertilizer for your grass, you're looking at a cool $2.75 million to get this operation up and going off the ground. Now, let's get into some of those variable costs. Now, we just took a look at a hypothetical budget of running this 100 cow calf operation, and this is just hypothetical, and it can vary wildly, but this is some of the things that you're going to need to look at. You're looking at feed and hay cost being at about $61, $62 per cow per year. Vet medicine budgeted around $15. Transportation, marketing, about another $7.50. Taxes and miscellaneous, you're talking about $6 a cow. Pasture cost, about $112. Bull maintenance, whether you rent or whether you own, it's going to be about another $7.50 a cow. Vehicle machinery, another $32. And interest and operating cost, about $12.68, bringing your total variable cost per cow per year, cow-calf operation, at about $254. Now, your fixed costs are going to be your land, which is your opportunity cost. We budgeted that at about $32 a head. Bull for depreciation and interest, $17. Cows, you got to depreciate and interest on them, another $58.50. And the vehicle machinery depreciation and interest, you're looking at another $21.11 or $21, so it gives you about $128 of fixed cost per cow per year. So you're looking at about a total fixed and variable cost to run this operation at about $382 per head. Now, you can only also expect to have about a 90% calf crop, which means 10% either your cow's not going to get pregnant or it's going to have a stillbirth. So you're only going to get about a 90% success rate on that cost. Now, your typical gross income per cow, you're only looking at about $300 to $400. So you're talking about, on the best of margins, only getting about $20 to $30 per head per cow per year in profit. So quick math on that, 30 times 100, you know, you're looking at super slim margins on it. There's also some other things that are really going to impact what these costs are going to be. Remember, these costs are based off of, if you know what you're doing, you buy at market cost and you don't get stuck. Some of the things that you're really going to need to know and understand is where to buy your cows, where to buy your trucks, where to buy your feed and your hay. So it's going to take a tremendous amount of time doing research, development of who can you trust, who can't you trust, who's out there working for your best interest. you're going to need to understand how much time. At a bare minimum, running this type of operation, you're looking at 20 hours per week out there taking care of the cows, taking care of the land. And so this is, while it's not a full-time, 40, 60, 80 hours a week, it's something that's going to take a dedicated amount of work. Well, look, in my next video, thank you for sticking around to the end. In my next video, you're going to want to catch it. We're going to be covering, well, if it's so not profitable to run this operation, we're going to be covering the 5 reasons why it's a good idea to buy Texas Land and Ranch. Now, if I haven't scared you off with all this money talk, and if this is something that you're ready to jump in there with both feet, don't forget, give me a call, or give us a call, send us a text message, write us an email. Heck, if you want to, send us a note via Pony Express. Whichever way you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back when buying land and ranch properties here in the great state of Texas. See you next time.